Shalom. Kal Halal Yahweh Mahashem Yahweh Shai Mahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the innumerable multitude. This is Brother Yachanan from the GMS Houston camp, and this lesson is entitled The End of Anarchy. I'll just jump right into it. Anarchy is the absence of government, the lack of a leader, the state of people without a government. And it's an, which means without, and archos, leader. So it literally means without a leader. And then confusion or absence of authority in general. And let's go ahead. This is the state of things that we have today. Because even though, okay, we have leadership, there's leaders, there's people that rule the world. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You have the leader of the U.S., the leader of the world right now. When you see them, like, man can't even finish a sentence. If he does make a sentence, it doesn't make any sense. He's helping these other nations, which is really they're just money laundering and helping them small hats, really helping themselves rather than helping the people of the nation that they rule over. But this is the way it was written to be. This is a selfish, prideful man that only, but he doesn't even care about himself. So who can he be good to? So, I mean, look at the state of the whole world. Whales beaching themselves, trash islands, microplastics and everything, mows and bows, walking around freely, pushing this on your children, on you. Abominable foods. Not only is abominable foods pushed here, they're making foods out of plastic. There's plastic ice cream now. There's lab grown meats, lab grown everything, 3D printed foods. The earth is in need of new rulership because this is the absence of a leader, somebody to tell you, no, don't fucking do that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? The smack you over the head. This is just do as thou wilt. This is what's happened today. A lack of leadership. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And if you look around, this is not happening. There's no wise judge that's leading today. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And look at the state of today. Look at Babylon the Great, USA, Babylon the Great, the capital, or the Golden Cup, the capital city of Esau, Edom today. It's in complete confusion. Salakia, it's trash day. Right when I want to do the lesson, it's quiet all the way up to this point. But right when I want to do it, here it comes. That's funny. But anyway, this is Sirach 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his rulers, or so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And this is, you see, the people are perverted. This is a perverse spirit that's on this place. This is a land of darkness. Anything goes. You want to have a baby? Well, you can be a man and get surgery. Now you can have a baby. You can be born a certain way, and now you can take some hormone blockers or whatever, and now you're different. And if you don't want to do that, you can just think you're a animal, a cat, whatever. I mean, you could probably get surgery to do that too. Sirach 10:3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And this is this unwise king. He's destroying the whole earth. Esau, Edom, under his rulership, which is really a lack of rulership, because if you knew, if well, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about the laws, anything like that. He just wants to do whatever he wants to do. He's the basis of men. So this unwise king is destroying the whole world because he's in rulership. These are all your people. These are all your subjects to take care of. But nah, you don't give a fuck. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And that prudence is foresight, intelligence, insight. Insight is to be able to imagine something happening before it happens. So through the foresight and intelligence, the city shall be inhabited. And so through this foresight, we seeing through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai having mercy on us and waking us up to this truth and waking us up to his son, we see now, like we see this is the way we were going. This is not the way. The way the earth is headed right now, if it continues, it's going to be completely destroyed. Somebody has to step in, stop this nigga. This is Sirach 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, and that's Yahushai. And so we're learning about Yahushai in the land of our captivity. Read Baruch 2:30. We're remembering ourselves, and we're coming back. We're coming back to our first estate that we left off of. We're coming back to our inheritance. This is for Israel. And specifically right now, this is for the elect of Israel to get this word, to understand this, to have the foresight, the prudence to see what's happening right now, and then the better things to come. Because the kingdom is so much better than this, that this is going to be like a distant dream, a matter of fact, a dream. What is it? I woke up a few hours ago. I can't even remember what I dreamt last night. So how much more this wicked kingdom, when the true kingdom comes, when Yahushua returns and true rulership is established, how much more is this place going to be forgotten? So continuing, this is Hosea 3:4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. And these are all like how we would connect to our power Yahweh. We didn't have a king. We had a king at one point, back when the kingdom was still Israel and got split into Israel and Judah, the northern and southern kingdom. They still had kings, but then after that we went into the captivity under all these different nations, under the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans. Up until today, we've completely lost any form of leadership. There is no king. There is no prince. We don't even have a sacrifice anymore. For one, because Yahushai was the ultimate sacrifice that we no longer had to sacrifice. But during this time, when we went under captivity in all these different nations, we can no longer sacrifice without an image and without an ephod and without teraphim. So we don't have anything anymore. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek Yahweh their power, and David their king, and shall fear Yahweh and his goodness in the latter days. And we're in the latter days right now. We're in the 10 toes. We're in the last kingdom that Daniel wrote about. This is the revised or the revived Roman Empire, and we're seeking our Lord Yahweh through His Son Yahushai, through hearing the word, through our apostles and elders. We're seeking Him. We're seeking the Lord. We're seeking our King David through who? Through Yahushai, because now he's their king now. He's the ruler. Let's continue. Is this land Babylon the Great? This is the land of the shadow of death. This is a land without. Let me read the script. I'm jumping the gun. This is Job 10:22. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, where the light is as darkness. And this is this land here, the whole land, because Esau, Edom is ruling. They have the whole world in darkness. And this place is death. This place is the shadow of death. This place is orderless. Whatever goes, if you except for actual order. If you want to keep the law here, good luck. You're gonna be vilified. You don't want to eat pork. People are gonna look at you sideways. You don't want to be with one of these harlots here today. That's crazy. And this land is complete craziness, and they're in complete darkness. But here in this dark land, this is Isaiah 9:2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them have the light shined. And this is that land, and this is where that land of darkness. We were in complete darkness. We were in a dead state here. We had no idea who we were, who we belonged to. We just thought we were African Americans, niggas, Latinos, Native Americans, or whatever nation that you perceive yourself to come from. Until we heard the word, and that seed was planted on us, and we woke up. The Lord woke us up to who we were, our heritage. Hey, we were in darkness, but now we've seen a great light, and that light is Yahushai. This is John chapter 1 and verse 6. There was a man sent from Yahweh, whose name was John. This is John the Baptist, Yahushai's cousin. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. And that he was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. And that's not every man, like how here in America, what they say, they had that thing, all men are created equal, when in reality, like, nah, they didn't mean it like that. Well, this is a similar thing, because it don't mean every man. This is talking about Israelite men. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. And this Yahushua said himself, like, the world can't receive him. He's chosen us out of the world, the Israelite men, the elect, men, women, and children. But first and foremost, it was the elect men of Israel, the 144,000 men. The 144,000 are all men, and they're all from the seed of Israel, whose name was Jacob. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. And that doesn't mean all of Israel rejected him. No, there's a specific account to this. Because Not all the Israelites rejected him. And just because you think that, that doesn't mean now it opens up salvation to you Christians and you other heathen. No, this is only for Israel. But I read a little too far on this one. This light is Yahushai. Let's go on to the next precept. And that light, Yahushai is the physical embodiment of the law, the statutes, and the commandments. So this is Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and the reproofs of instruction are the way of life. And this is Yahushai. Yahushai is that light. Just reiterating that point. Yahushai is that lamp, the light, and he is the way to life through him. And this is also to prove that these laws, statutes, and commandments that Yahushai embodies was only given to Israel. This is Psalms 147:19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. So Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, has not shown his nation, any other of the other nations, his laws and statutes, commandments. He's only showed this to Israel. And that Yahushai is the word, that physical embodiment, that light. This is John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So Yahushai, his words, these are his words, these laws, statutes, commandments. Him speaking this to us, he's speaking to us, and his words revived us from a dead state, that we're not niggers, wetbacks, spooks, spicks, tontos, whatever other slang, basketball people. That's a one I've heard recently. Basketball Americans, we're not that. We are Israelites, and we have a claim. We have a claim to this, kingdom. So go ahead, get into this word, because it's the spirit that woke us up, revived us from a dead state, that gave us this light, and now we're no longer walking in darkness. This is also in the last days. This is Yahushua speaking, looking for us. This is Ezekiel 3:44. I mean, sorry, not 3:44. This is 34:11. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out. And we've been scattered everywhere. Let me continue. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, and I will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. Hey, this is what's happening. Like, the word is going out. Yahushai's voice is going out through the men that are preaching his gospel. And his sheep are being searched out to all these lands, or wherever we've been scattered. We've been scattered all over the world. We look like these different nations. It's not going to matter how we look. It's going to matter how we receive this word. This is verse 13. And I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries, and I will bring them to their own land and feed them upon the mountains of Israel, by the rivers, and in all the inhabited places of the country. So Yahweh's going to retrieve us. Yahweh, through his son Yahushua, is going to retrieve us from all the countries we've been scattered, from all the clutches of these different nations, from the darkness that we've been in, and he's going to bring us back home to Israel, which is not the people that are there in Israel right now are not the Israelites, and they have no claim to the land. Let's continue, because this is what's getting ready to happen. We're waiting. We have a few more prophecies. There's Jacob's trouble. There's the MOTB, which it should be the MOTB, Jacob's trouble, and World War III. We're waiting for these things to pop off because we know we're that much closer to this precept. This is Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall the sign, Slakia, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So all the tribes, let's look at this tribes. Phyle, a tribe, kindred, a race, a nation, people. So all the nations of the earth are going to mourn. Because what? It's coming to the end of anarchy. Now the true ruler is coming, who's going to set this earth straight and in order. And he shall send his angels with a great sound. Oh, oops. Dang it. I meant to highlight that. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven to the other. And what I just read, what was that, Ezekiel? This is Ezekiel 34. So Yahushua is going to return with a great sound in the chariots. These UFO sightings, Yahushua is coming back on the fathership, a giant so-called UAP, UFO. It's a chariot. It's a chariot of the Lord. It ain't no little green, gray, whatever little men in there. It's a so-called black man on that chariot, and he's coming to kick some ass. But let's continue on, because this is coming. This is right around the corner. This is why brothers are excited, because we're closer every day. Every day we're getting closer and closer, and every day we're getting closer and closer. We know these prophecies are coming to pass. Esau is going down. Jacob is coming up. And once Yahushua returns, we're gonna receive new bodies. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna read it. This is Ezekiel 36 and 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. So, and this clean water is the word, and we're gonna be clean. We're literally gonna be clean because we're gonna receive new bodies. And the word, the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be programmed inside of us. It's going to be in our DNA. We will no longer be able to break any laws. It will be the end of anarchy. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you a heart of flesh. So a new heart and a new spirit. This is a new mind and a revived spirit. This is a brand new spirit. We're going to be like us, but brand new, better, more improved. Esau is trying to do this shit right now with what the bionic implants. I can't remember what it's called. Biometrics, transcendence, going into the cloud. Like all this stuff that he's doing is futile. This is verse 27. Oops. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. So, the spirit of the Lord is going to be in us, and we're going to walk in the laws, the statutes, and commandments, and we're going to keep them. We're going to keep you other nations in line. And it's going to be beautiful. And this is verse 28. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. So go back to that Psalms 147, 19 and 20. We're the Lord's people. He gave the statutes and commandments to us. He ain't dealt with no other nations. And y'all are going to know. Y'all are going to know that we the Lord's people. And y'all are going to be glad. Y'all are going to be so glad. And I'm getting ready to close out. This is Revelation 21 and 12. And it's 21 and 12. I meant 21 and 2. And I'll start at verse 1. And this is the Apostle John speaking on the Isle of Patmos. He's speaking everything that he saw on that island. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So he was seeing visions of these different beasts coming out of the sea. But this what happened is afterward, after the in Daniel 2, the stone that was cut without hands had crushed the statue. But actually, I think that's do I have that one? Come on, okay. Just making sure. But this is a new heaven. Earth and the heavens are not going to be destroyed completely because the earth abideth forever. But this is a refreshed. The earth needs a refreshing. It's waxing so weak today. That's why they have these different lab grown meats and 3D printed meat and all these GMO stuff, because the earth is not yielding her strength to Esau Edom, the son of Cain. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And this is not, even though you're seeing a literal city, this is a people. Jerusalem was a people before it was a place. So this is the elect coming down from the chariots. This is New Jerusalem, refreshed. It was a people before it was a place. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. So this is through Yahushua. Yahushua was that mediator, which allowed Yahweh, his father, to turn back to us. Because really, Yahweh is not dealing with us at all. He's dealing with Yahushua, and Yahushua is dealing with us. So I'm going to continue on. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. The end of anarchy. No more wrong judgment going out. It's going to be beautiful. The end of anarchy. And I'm going to end off with this one. This is Daniel 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings, we're in the revived Roman Empire right now. The 10 toes. They're about to get broken up with the returning of Yahushua. And in those days, and in the days of these kings, shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, the gold, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. The dream is certain and the interpretation is sure, meaning that it's trustworthy. Amen, meaning let it be. Hey, this is going to happen. All these other nations, kingdoms, they're already, most of them have already gone down. But when Yahushua returns, it's going to be completely, it's over. No more other ruling kingdoms, no more heathens. It's the end of anarchy. Hey, I'm going to say shalom.